Scientists placed a terminally ill elderly man into a specially designed experimental chamber. As the man breathed his last, they were astonished to discover that his soul had indeed crawled out of his body. However, this terrifying scene was witnessed only by Pomeranian. Just as Pomeranian was about to approach and communicate with him, the elderly man seemed to see something terrifying and began uncontrollably pounding on the chamber, trying to escape. At this moment, the scientist noticed fluctuations in the magnetic field on the computer screen. The atomic magnetic forces seemed to be impacting something invisible and mysterious. The scientists excitedly assumed that angels had come to take the soul away, but from the soul's pained expression, it was clear that the other party was. It wasn't an angel. Suddenly, the old man realized that Pomeranian seemed to be able to see him, so he cried out to Pomeranian for help. The kind-hearted Pomeranian quickly requested to stop the experiment and release the old man's soul. However, faced with an opportunity to make a name for himself, the person in charge immediately objected. Seeing that the old man's soul was in increasing pain, Pomeranian took advantage of everyone's inattention, rushed to the power switch at faster than light, and dropped it. With the power cut off, the magnetic net surrounding the experimental chamber instantly disappeared. The next second, a bright light appeared above the old man's head, and then the old man's soul disappeared in the dazzling light with a look of joy on his face. They witnessed another terrifying scene. A powerful entity seemed to be trapped within the magnetic net, though they couldn't see anything. The sudden drop in temperature, several tens of degrees below zero, made them feel deafened. The person in charge, eager for fame, impatiently demanded the experimental chamber be opened, but Aoi dared not act rashly. Suddenly, he noticed Bomai beside him, seeing the fear on her face. Aoi urgently asked Bomai if she could see what was inside the chamber. Bomai, looking at the terrifying thing inside, hesitated to answer, finally resorting to a lie to protect herself.